Know what separated 50 Cent from 50 Cent the rapper to the computer tech actor?
Glasses?
Now I'm a computer tech. We're on computers. And I know computers, I'm a computer tech.
So that motherfuckers was like, yo, man, if 50 see this and he respond, 50 the troll of the century, that nigga gonna get on your ass. Word. I want the smoke. Because just like you're in a movie with Stallone and Schwarzenegger, 50, please. Your reach is huge. So if you respond to me, I'm going to shine off that.
Yeah, put me in your song.
Go ahead. Bring me the smoke.
In today's fiery episode of Spears and Steinberg, comedian Aries Spears delves headfirst into the nature of criticism, artistry, and public perception, offering a compelling, if unapologetically blunt, dissection of how audiences react when comedians critique public figures, specifically entertainers like 50 Cent and Ice Cube. Spears' stance is unapologetically clear. Criticism does not equal hate. Yet the visceral reaction it provokes in fans and critics alike reveals a deeper cultural tension around fame, identity, and artistic expectations. At the heart of Spears' argument is a defense of comedic license. He asserts that comedians are, quote, allowed to make these little commentary on life, end quote, and that his own delivery, while hard, is simply part of who he is. This acknowledgement of style being subjective reframes his often abrasive tone not as cruelty, but as a tool of authenticity.
A couple people would write into me and go, Aries, what you're saying is okay, or some people might even go, what you're saying is accurate in terms of breaking down the art form of acting and why your argument for him not being a great actor might stick, but it's the way you say it, your delivery. Comedically, that's who I am. I'm hard. That's just who I am. Now that part is subjective, but that's who I am. Did you see the clip that I posted where I did the 50 Cent impression?
No.
I got to show you that. And I only said like 7 words, but I was talking about because Vlad asked me, he said, so what do you think about 50's acting? And because he did this movie, it's called Escape Plan, with Schwarzenegger and Stallone, where it was the movie about them being in these prisons that were glass cubes. And I go, do you know what separated Ice Cube, the actor, as a computer tech from Ice Cube? Not Ice Cube, 50 Cent, the computer tech versus 50 Cent, the rapper? He goes, what? Glasses. And then I went, I'm a computer tech. I work with computers. I do computer. I'm a computer tech.
I thought it was hilarious.
Clark Kent, Superman.
His central thesis is that when someone is placed in a multi-million-dollar production alongside Hollywood legends like Stallone and Schwarzenegger, they become fair game for critique. In Spears' words, you're at a level where it's not punching down. The privilege and platform that come with fame, he suggests, create a buffer against genuine harm, something struggling artists don't have. Spears' critique of Ice Cube is more layered and more controversial. He contends that Cube lacks the depth and range as an actor and critiques the long-held reverence for his performance in Boys in the Hood. For Spears, Cube's role didn't require transformative acting because it mirrored his real-life experiences. You're playing something you're already familiar with. That's not a stretch.
Out of here, man. So if I do something, and by the way, the responses, yo, I watched that 10 times. That was hilarious. That's my style.
Well, let me throw this in there. And listen, this it's a safety blanket in a way. We're comedians, so we're allowed to make these little commentary on life. That's what comedians do. So let me put it to you though in a different way. What'd you just say that movie was? It was, who was in it? Stallone
and Schwarzenegger.
Okay. If the movie would have been Jim and Bob, and then 50 Cent would have been in it.
Yeah.
And he's really trying to become a better actor, you would go, man, this is the difference. But you would have made a little joke. But he's working his way into becoming an actor. See improve. You could say it that way if he was doing a movie that had the leading stars were Jim and Bob. But he put it out there with Stallone and Schwarzenegger. Do you know how hard it is to get a part in a movie with Stallone and Schwarzenegger.
It's very hard.
So you
It's almost impossible.
So you open up the door for comics to make humorous takes on it because you're at a level where it's not punching down.
The real issue, in his eyes, is a fundamental misunderstanding by the public, equating artistic critique with personal attack. Spears labels this reaction as stupid, not out of malice, but out of disbelief that people conflate professional critique with disrespect. Furthermore, Spears invites confrontation. "I want the smoke," he proclaims, suggesting that even if 50 Cent or Ice Cube were to respond aggressively, the publicity would only amplify his voice. It's a meta-commentary on the current media landscape. Controversy equals reach, and outrage fuels the algorithm. In a sense, Spears is daring the culture to come at him, because in doing so, it validates his point and elevates his platform.
So them motherfuckers was like, yo, man, if 50 see this and he respond, 50 the troll of the century, that nigga gonna get on your ass. Word. I want the smoke. Because just like you're in a movie with Stallone and Schwarzenegger, 50, please. Your reach is huge. So if you respond to me, I'm going to shine off that.
Yeah, put me in your song.
Go ahead. Bring me the smoke. One might argue, Ice Cube saying what he said about you might not be the greatest look for you. And it probably might not be. But he responded. So that many more ears and eyes are on it. Now, again, whether you agree with my take, whether you like me or dislike me for the take, that's on you. But I did my job. And I don't apologize for that. And listen, a lot of people are like, dude, you just biased because you New York and you East Coast. A lot of New York East Coast put Cube in their top 5. I'm not one of them. And again, what the contribution to the game, mazel tov. But because he's done that, it means he's supposed to be my favorite rapper? I'm supposed to put him in my top whatever? Why?
Today's episode of Spears and Steinberg is not just a roast session, it's an exploration of the often misunderstood role of comedy as critique. Spears positions himself not as a hater, but as someone willing to say what others won't, that not every celebrity performance deserves applause, and that fame should not be immune to scrutiny. His critics may bristle at his tone, but the substance of his argument is razor sharp. The ability to entertain is not the same as the ability to act, and cultural icons should not be immune to honest appraisal. In an age where even mild criticism can spark cancel campaigns or accusations of disrespect, Spears' unapologetic honesty stands out. Whether one agrees with his assessments or not, his perspective adds a necessary layer to the broader conversation about art, performance, and the ever-blurring line between authenticity and artistry.